Hello and welcome back to another exciting episode of Legacy Made Clear with the world's greatest trust attorney, Aaron Stringer. How you doing today?
Wow, with that, I'm doing really well. Yeah,
I'm glad that you are. That'll be $30. No,
yeah. It's a new title, but I'll take it.
that's it. Um, Aaron, on our last show, we talked about how we can reduce estate taxes and protect our wealth. And we kind of previewed the fact that this episode, we want to talk about how we can protect our kids with a smart estate plan. What is that?
Yeah, well, so one thing that gets lost sometimes when all we talk about is, taking care of property and our assets and passing those on to the next generation, sometimes is that next generation right now, we need to take care of them now as well as passing property on to them in the future. So, a vital part of a good estate plan, if there are minor children involved, is how we're going to take care of them if the parents are not present, if they're not in the picture.
So that's what the smart estate plan does. So what do we do? Are we going to name guardians for the kids, or what are some of the components?
Exactly. So, and even different levels of guardianship. So,
Oh,
first of all, there's who would you want to basically take care of your kids if both parents are gone, if they're deceased. So that's what I would call a long-term guardianship. So basically to take them from that point up through, when they turn 18 and become adults. And so obviously that's very important, something that really the parents should take some time to consider. And even, I recommend talking to those people that might be in that position as guardians so that they're aware. And then there's also another where it's more of a short term or emergency guardianship. So in case, not that the parents are deceased, but just maybe they have a medical emergency, or maybe they're, traveling and just for some reason can't get back home in time. To have something in place allowing, appointing someone else to be able to pick the kids up at school or take them to the emergency room if needed. So those different things can be very important as well and help really smooth out what can be a very hectic situation.
so we can have different guardians to be appointed for different tasks. For example, we could have Uncle Bob. He's going to be the guardian for the kids' money. But we're going to have Aunt Susie. She's going to be the kids' guardian as it pertains to education and healthcare.
Yeah, that's possible, and different terms for that. So there's guardianship, there's conservatorship, and then like I said, there's the long term and the short term. So lots of different things to look at and consider as you put together that part of the plan.
Oh, what's a conservatorship and how's that different?
So it's just another legal term. Conservatorship is more about someone to care for the assets of a minor. So if they inherit a big piece of property, then you want to have someone that oversees that and takes care of it for them until they turn 18.
Okay. So when we're doing all this, would we want to create separate trusts for each of the kids?
Not necessarily. The parents can create one trust, and within their revocable living trust, each child can be separately addressed. So you
Hmm.
can say, I want property to go to this child, but I want it held a certain way and maybe distributed at certain ages for that child. And then
Oh,
you can set up a different but similar plan for another child.
so does somehow the term staggered distributions come into play in there?
Yeah, yep, that's exactly it. So what parents often do when they create their trust, instead of just if a child turns 18 and all of a sudden they inherit their full portion of the parent's trust, the parents can instead say, well, let's spread this out a little bit because I know what I would have done at age 18. If you receive this huge inheritance, it's probably not going to go the smartest way, right? So
Right.
instead, you can say, okay, let's make sure the child gets maybe 25% of their share at age 21. That gives them something to work with, establish themselves while they're getting through school or learning a trade, starting a business or family, whatever it is. and then maybe another portion when they turn 25, and maybe we'll give them the balance of their inheritance or, at age 30, for example.
Oh,
So you
okay.
can stagger it out that way so that they're not too reliant on it, but it's still there to help.
So I would imagine that we're going to need all these things in place to avoid court control, if that's the correct term.
Exactly. That's all part of it. You want to make sure that you have a clear plan, that it's clearly stated, written out in that trust and other documents. And that way it doesn't leave room for error, doesn't leave room for others to come in and misinterpret the plan. If you can just clearly state it, it gives them something to work with and make sure they carry out the instructions correctly.
So if I haven't done this for my kids, let's say that I depart this world, and I've got nothing in place as it pertains to this. Are you saying that the court can take control and they can take control over my kid's future? They can just say, okay,
Um,
that's what we're going to do.
in a sense, I mean, if you don't have a plan, then the court has to do something, and usually it's based on the state law. So they'll look at the law and they'll try to consider other factors that may come in that are legitimate. But overall, they're going to be tied to what the law says, and that
Wow.
might not always be what you want.
I think we need to do this like right now. So I think everybody who has not done this yet, they need to call you. Aaron, what's your phone number?
Yeah, please do. Let's get it in place. Phone number is 435 817 9187. And you can also reach me by email at astringer@redclifflegal.com. And take a look at the website as well, redclifflegal.com, for more info and to
Yeah.
check out other podcasts and other subjects.
Yeah, we want to be sure everybody knows to check out your YouTube channel. It's called Legacy Made Clear. All of your past podcasts are archived down there. They can go through the list, pick whatever topic or subject they're interested in, and voila, there's Aaron with the answers. So if you guys want, be sure and watch, subscribe, and share that channel, Legacy Made Clear. Aaron, thank you so much.
Great. Thank you.
We'll see you again next time. Take care.
All right.